Time is up. This weekend is our Summer Live Fun Fest. 2 days, 14 live formats, putting 15 years of cooking knowledge to the test. Watch along, steer our direction throughout using the live polls, and join in for the ultimate weekend of great food, fun, and community as we strive for collective culinary triumph.
Hello, boys. Left the cloche.
Hello, Barry.
You start us off.
Ooh, looks like a gardening device.
Welcome to another episode of Kitchen Gadgets. We have our Chef Ben and our normal home cook Mike reviewing some kitchen gadgets for your delight.
I'm really worried for what I'm about to say, but I think I know what it is and I wonder why anyone ever bothered. So, that's a corer, but that looks like it goes in something that is that shaped, which is capsicum family. So is this a pepper corer? But why?
Oh.
But why?
Ebbers, this is the pepper corer. It combines two types in one tool to remove seeds from both chili peppers and bell peppers. The longer corer is perfect for chili peppers, while the shorter one is ideal for bells. Bell. Little one. Back in the day, we did loads of how-to videos, and everyone wanted to see how to core and slice up a pepper. And there are multiple ways of doing it.
There's only one way that really makes sense.
Okay, here we go.
And I would say that because what you don't want on your board preparation area is the seeds everywhere, which is what worries me about this, is you actually end up making more mess you then have to clear up. Even if it takes a second or two less time to prep, you've just tripled the amount of time of clear down.
Let's try it.
I think, Mike, you should try it, and Ben, you should demonstrate how you would do it with a knife.
Are these all the same pepper at different stages of ripeness? Yeah.
Like a traffic light.
I didn't know that until
Too recently.
Yeah, until about 4 months ago.
And I think what's really difficult with this tool, which is going to cause you a lot of trouble, is there's 3 peppers and they're all very different sizes, but that only comes in one size. So I struggle with it already. But the best way to do a pepper, take off the top, and instantly it kind of already falls apart. So good bit and bad bit. Take off the bottom, good bit. You've then got these joins, and depending on the pepper, there'll be 3 or 4. You go down one of them, good bit, and then you literally have this cylinder that you cut around, and you have bad bit, good bit.
Very straightforward.
4 seeds, but basically you haven't disrupted the seeds, and everything else here is good, 0 waste.
Well, there was at least 3 motions there, Evers, that I noticed. Mike, can you do it in one?
Maybe take the stalk off first. You might give the.
Oh.
Now, in theory, you then pull. No. You pull the middle out. Yep.
Yeah.
So that's not bad. That's pulled out the most of the chunk of it.
But actually, if you look inside, there's seeds everywhere.
If you try and prep that now, look at the mess on your board.
Well, you just made the mess, Ebbers. I could have done that into a bin.
I mean, even with the smaller one, stalk's still attached. Unless you've got the perfect size pepper, you're always going to end up with waste, which didn't happen on mine. Better, but with waste. So that pulled out the central core.
Yeah.
But you've got this waste that you now have to pick around, which doesn't happen if you do it this way.
The tool doesn't work just for, does not work just for peppers. It also could work for apples and tomatoes as well.
Jalapenos maybe as well, to go down inside if you're doing a stuffed jalapeno, perhaps to put out the seeds. Again, they would need to be incredibly straight, which most jalapenos wouldn't be. They'd have a little bit of a kink or a bend to them.
It's typical of this type of gadget, which you think the idea of the problem it solves is more complex or time-consuming than it actually is. Yeah. And learning how to do it properly will take all of probably
10 peppers. And they don't have to happen in the same day.
Exactly. You could do 3 peppers worth of practice and use everything in a dish and then know how to do it better than the inconsistency of having to use this on different sized peppers and it working sometimes and not working on others.
Well said. How much do you think we paid for it?
It probably sells for like less than a tenner. It's almost like a Secret Santa, nice gift for a foodie. So it's going to be like $8.50.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be,
Probably,
but it really is.
but it sells for, £10, but it shouldn't really
Exist.
It's not that pricey, it's about a £5.
Still, it's a wasted £5.
Let me ask you the question first. Is this gadget a corker or is it, oh, blimey.
Core blimey.
It's more about how you say it.
It's definitely a core blimey.
Yeah, it's far from a corker. I'll take the latter.
Number 2.
Please, if there's more of this type of stuff, then sign me up.
Please lift the cloche.
After you.
Take it away, Barry. No, seriously, take it away.
We might be onto something here.
It's a peeler.
And then this spins, and the giveaway is
So it's apples, but it's that way up, because look at the apple.
Yeah.
Well, you're right. It is a manual apple peeler. It says this makes peeling fruit easier than ever before. Intuitively peel apples in seconds by clamping the device on the top and bottom of your apple and rotate the circular wheel to peel. Do you want some apples?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, I want an apple that's exactly this diameter.
We have some Royal Gala apples. They clamp on top and bottom.
Okay.
There's a thumb imprint on the peeler bit. So you grab from the top and bottom and you basically do that up and down. So you're peeling it with your thumb.
Oh, so there's the thumb imprint. Oh, that's that. Ha. And then you twist. And you twist as you go.
He's got a grumpy face, but if you once he gets the knack of it, you might quite enjoy this.
Like with all these things, there's always a knack.
Some slightly bigger apples as well.
Yeah, a selection of apples. Let's see. It's a nice Granny Smith looks a good sort of.
What I have to say is that watching Ben do it made me really want to have a go myself.
Interesting.
Which, like all these gadgets, you see someone doing it and you think, oh, I need that in my life.
Yeah.
Or at least I want to have a go.
There you go. Look, let's go for one of those. So, top and bottom, right?
Clamp in.
Clamp it.
That's
so,
one hand. You almost need a third. Yeah, you need your.
So you're using those to. Okay.
It feels to me a bit like a Rubik's Cube. Motion.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah.
It also implies that it should be as sharp going one way as it does the other.
It's
and
not.
I think one blade is either sharper or at a better angle, or the shape of the apple just means it works better top to tail than it does tail to top. But you kind of want the apple to. Well, you've kind of got it there.
Yeah, it is a knack. Okay. So I don't need to press as hard as I was.
No, the blade is doing a lot of the work, but I think you need
learning.
enough of pressure on this one to keep the apple in place.
Yeah.
Oh no, you actually haven't. You're doing less, so it's
Yeah,
not.
I'm doing less. I think I've got a knack.
What you end up
So less
with.
pressure required. Part of me feels like I really want to be able to do this so
want
quickly,
it to work.
but I'm not sure whether I'm actually going to be able to get there. It offers so much promise, and it makes me want to use it more, which in itself is genius. But I don't want to peel any more apples, to be honest.
I think this boils down to: do you want your fruit peeling apparatus to be a puzzle? Because it does feel very Rubik's Cube-esque.
Yeah.
I think the issue remains,
It's pointless.
much
Buy
like
a
the
peeler.
pepper situation, that you are reliant on Snow White's perfect apple.
Okay.
And anything that is slightly on the kilter
Or not
bigger,
completely smooth
or
as well.
not completely spherical, as in the second one I did was better just because it's a rounder apple than the one that I did first.
Okay, so how much do you think we paid for the apple peeler?
£5?
I reckon it might also be £8.50. I was wrong before, but I'm going there again.
You're wrong again, it's £5.70.
£5.70.
There you go.
Let's ask the question, is this unbelievable or is it just a fruitless attempt of a gadget?
I like that one, mate.
It's a fruitless attempt at a gadget. Aside, I quite like the apple peel.
It's a fruitless attempt at a gadget in terms of the results. It was a fun personal hurdle to challenge myself to try and use in the way that I wanted to, which was fun for 5 minutes, but definitely not worth it.
Gadget so far, not so good, but where it is working is we're getting the chef angry. Well, third gadget. Boys, we left the cloche.
After you, chef.
It's already plugged in, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's already on.
I think I might have on it with a cloth.
What do you think?
It looks like a big, frappuccino.
Yeah, it's a giant cup.
I'm saying cold because it looks like it's a churn. It's churning something.
It's got an insulated, ceramic. Oh, it's got water inside. It's a giant teacup made of plastic on the outside with some sort of ceramic cooling device.
That is all correct, but what does it do?
It just makes a single portion of ice cream.
Yes, this is the Dash My Mug ice cream maker. Make delicious single servings of ice cream, gelato, sorbet and frozen yogurt in this Dash ice cream maker. Just freeze the base, add ingredients and press the on button for a delectable snack in just 20 minutes.
Single serve, so it's appealing to lonely people who want ice cream. No, I speak from experience. Who just want a single portion of ice cream while they sit down and watch a film.
Should we make some ice cream?
Yes.
So we've got a frozen base for you and a delectable ice cream mix.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's how you turn it on.
Turn it on.
Well played.
And then that's just going to churn for 20 minutes.
20 minutes.
Now, already, I see a problem. It's not scraping the outside. So we already, even in just 30 seconds, have a layer of frozen ice around the outside. However, everything else inside is churning, and I don't just mean spinning, I mean folding and turning on itself. So the churn action is good. The scraping of the sides, less good.
Oh, yes. Milk chocolate chunks.
This single serve portion is actually bigger than a single tub of Ben & Jerry's. So they're classifying that Ben & Jerry's tub isn't enough. Also, because it's already in the mug can go back in the freezer if you don't finish that portion.
I think if you're looking at soft serve, we're pretty much there.
And it's been, what, 5 minutes?
Yeah, a fraction of the time they actually said. Should we have a look at it?
Go for it, have a look, yeah.
Look at that. We've got ice cream.
There's no doubt that's ice cream.
And I guess our fears of it not scraping down the side, I mean, it's solid on the side, but it's still usable once you actually spread it down. It's just harder than the
that
centre.
hasn't been churned, so.
I think the thing I would use it more for at home is things for like frozen yogurts and sorbets. Things that don't need a recipe in the beginning necessarily. You can just pour into it and easier for the kids.
It has worked.
Yeah. It is refrozen and churned, the mix we had. I think the mix we had has got kind of the aerated stabilizers in it as well.
Yeah.
So you get a very soft, even the bits that have gone hard around the edge
Are still
soft.
I think about it in quality of product. And if you're going to go to the effort of making something at home, it's either to learn how to do the process in something that you're passionate about, or it's about doing it this way enables me to get a better product.
Yeah.
And I don't think this really does either of those things. But having said that, for kids, if you want a quick way to get them cooking and doing something food-based, this could absolutely do that. I don't think it does much more, personally.
And I think the ownership at that level for kids in the planning and choosing, and it can then be a frozen yogurt or
What do you want to
something.
put in it? Yeah, frozen berries and things like that.
That's useful. So now we've found ourselves a different market for this. How much do you think we paid for this kid's toy?
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of where it sits, right? What I would say is since we've stopped churning, the rest of that 20 minutes has continued freezing. So now it's still, the amount of whatever you've got in here is enough to churn for 20 minutes easy.
Which again, actually,
19.99 euros.
instinctively, you then go, right, well, we got ice cream left over, put it back in the freezer. That's actually just going to go so solid that you'll have to take it out and defrost it. I have a feeling that this is £40.
Oh, surely not.
No, Ben, you're a lot closer at 21.99 euros, about 16 quid.
I think fair.
At that price, I think
Yeah.
it does exactly that. It's a window of opportunity into, I think, more kids taking ownership over frozen sweet treats.
And now we've decided that we're going to the kids' route. This pun is a slightly...
Oh, God. Oh,
Anyway,
dear. Is he
the
going to be
question
dodged?
is, does it churn you on? Or is it a bit flaky?
No, that's not appropriate anymore. But it's the first one. It's pretty good for that price. It is another kitchen gadget and bit of tech that you might quickly lose interest in when you've done it a few times.
Yep.
But I think for those few times, it's really good.
I think for a very specific purpose, personal to me, and maybe some other people,
I would say anyone with a child under the age of 8.
it turns me on.
Are you finished? Great. Next gadget.
Yeah.
Right, we're going to turn a corner here, boys. Lift the cloche.
Are we ending on a strong one?
Oh, we're doing 5 today.
There's 5. It's already warm. It's an ice cream scoop.
It's 49 degrees warm.
It's an ice cream scoop that heats up.
That is what I've always wanted.
Well, okay, right. Yes, this is a heated ice cream scoop. Experience effortless serving with this heated ice cream scoop. Perfect for hard ice cream.
How hot does it go and can you control it? Because it's going up. It's 55 degrees
Yep.
now.
Let's see how high we can get it. Because basically,
I don't know how you turn it on or off.
you're doing it. There is no button, it's just as soon as you hold it, it starts to heat up. So it says it gets up to 70 degrees.
The alternative, which I do time and time again, is get yourself a heat-proof glass jug, something like a Pyrex jug, and boil a kettle and fill it up and put your spoons in. So your spoons that you're using, or the end of the spoon, is possibly going to be at least 70 degrees, possibly even higher. It surprised me that this gadget's going to go there, but that's not a problem.
That is hard ice cream that would be difficult to scoop with a room temperature scoop.
So
Okay, so it's turned off.
it's off, we'll pick it up, and we're starting at 48 degrees.
Okay, what are you on now? 54. How is it to use, Ebbers?
Oh,
It looks satisfying.
look at that, look at that glass.
You are relying on excellent ice cream or sorbet. See what's happened there. But there's no denying that on a very solid ice cream,
I mean, if anything, this proves how solid the bottom of that ice cream was.
Is it retaining its heat? Has it dropped significantly now?
it's dropped just down to 13 degrees.
So you have to wait between scoops.
Are we hitting a snag now?
The snag is it's now at 6 degrees, so it's now frozen itself to the thing. So you get one scoop before you have to put it down for 90 seconds and then recharge it.
Again, visually, unbelievably satisfying.
Martini, much better. Yeah, that.
It's no good. It's no good.
No, that's such high hopes for this one. This
It's
is
now
a
at
good...
-1 degree, so it's not heating. The moment it touches ice cream, it becomes frozen. Now you have to sit it down for 90 seconds.
No!
The metal will heat up as quickly as it will cool down, won't it?
Obviously, this is going to conduct whichever temperature, high or low. The heating element actually has to be really powerful to be able to maintain a
fight the
constant.
ice cream, yeah.
But just for comparison, very hard with a room temperature spoon, but not impossible.
Unless we're catastrophically missing
No, you're
how
not.
to use it, but it is just a heated ice cream scoop.
It goes up a degree every couple of seconds, which I didn't think was bad at first. But if you're doing that between each reset,
This sorbet is phenomenal.
Would you ever guess a price then?
it promises the ice cream dream, and it doesn't get there.
Oh dear. This could be 50 quid.
I reckon it's probably 29 quid.
On the money, $29.99.
Don't bother.
We are all so...
Boil a kettle, put it in a jug, and have 4 spoons on the go.
So here's the question. Is it a scooper star or are you having a meltdown?
It's having a meltdown.
He's having a meltdown.
Okay.
And now we are too.
Excellent puns though. You're a superstar.
That's really disappointing. I thought this would be the turning point.
Nope.
I guess we'll have to rely on the final gadget.
I have the feeling that this one doesn't fit under the cloth.
You are correct. Turn around.
It does not.
Oh wow. Ta-da.
Yeah.
But what is this? Whoa, it slides around a bit, doesn't it?
Does it come off? Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but that's what I mean, it's got that.
Oh wow. And on the bottom there are screw holes on. I wonder whether that's just
Yeah, I think it would typically...
to screw it into a work surface so it doesn't move.
So it's gonna pour a liquid into there.
Yeah, there's a thread inside the central chute, as if something screws onto the top of that.
Which
So I don't
think
feel
will be
like
the
we've
hopper.
got all of it.
We haven't got all of it.
There is more to come, but can you take a guess?
Well, it's difficult when it's only in part.
It looks an awful lot like what I've seen in vineyards for pressing grapes. and other orchards for pressing other fruit.
Well, there you go. Yes, this is the Squeeze Master Fruit Press.
Squeeze Master.
Designed with a spiral screw-action rod that maximises pressing power while minimising effort. This press ensures quick, efficient extraction of rich, fresh juices. Today, we've got a butt-ton of apples.
Amazing. Genuinely, when I was at the community allotment, there were some sort of shared trees. Everyone had their own patch, but the trees that were in the communal spaces would all obviously drop an awful lot of fruit. And one weekend each year, we'd have a big barbecue and we'd do the big press, and everyone could rock up with bottles and just tap off amazing freshly pressed apple juice. And some people then turned it into cider.
Right, let me give you the rest of the parts and another gadget. Unbelievably beautiful apples. So you have some stunning apples and another gadget. You need to crush them, break them up before we squash them.
Where am I putting this?
This is going to sit
Pop it
on
on
top.
straight on top, so you can crank it right-handed. And Ben, if you just half and quarter the apples, pop them in the top, and Mike, break them up.
So then basically apple pulp's going to catch in the bag, and then later we press it.
Yeah.
And so we've removed the bottom stand for now,
Yeah,
and then we reattach it when we need to do the pressing.
yes. We could use an electric one here, but the old school way is a much better, more effective way of pressing juice. It says it produces a higher juice yield than electric juicers, and that electric ones generate heat and friction, which causes the fruit to oxidise quicker and break down its vitamins.
I mean, that's definitely true when you look at other fruits and why vineyards chill their grapes before they press them, because you don't want the juices to warm up.
I mean, we've changed gear dramatically with this gadget compared to the last, haven't we?
It's better than your apple peeler. I started quartering these, but this is just taking them halved.
No, we'll stop doing that because it makes it harder to do this. It's almost impossible, Ebbers, because you're being lazy.
Go.
Oh, that's much better. In true spirit of doing a review, it works really well. And it's a very satisfying motion. It just requires a bit of strength.
Your setup in the garden or at home would be a lot more suited to doing it in the studio.
Well, you probably wouldn't do it on a bench. You'd do it on a small table or even on the floor so that you're bent over it.
Ebbers, we are probably there or thereabouts.
Our press has an impressive amount of apples in it. Done.
Okay, Baz, now what?
Good cranking.
Right.
Thanks.
Take the massive cranker off. Get rid of that. Put it to the side. Weird.
Easy peasy. Apple squeezy.
A washer, screw, and then we crank.
Right.
And now the pressing action.
And we're getting juice.
How many more have we got?
Only 2.
Do you reckon they go up that way?
So the hardwood basket is made from red beech, which is moisture and corrosion resistant. One thing is worth pointing out is this didn't come as you see it now. It was a flat pack gadget. And
Poor Ed.
Ed was
Because I'm
up-
assuming you had nothing to do with the assembly of this.
Hell no. Ed was up last night screwing, and then he made this.
Lovely.
What a colour.
Freshly pressed, cloudy apple juice, pretty special.
Wow.
Cheers. Absolutely delicious.
I mean, that
Try some of that.
that is
yes.
seasonal orchard nectar. Sweet, still with sharpness,
It's honey-like, isn't
but
it?
it's almost I was gonna say perfumed
Yeah.
almost.
Where I grew up, I was surrounded by apple trees, and the whole garden would be full of apples. That would have been really useful in a situation to make the most of them all.
I think it's one to use in your outhouse, your shed, the huts, down by the orchard, probably
need-
by the gardener.
And considering that's what we've got, I mean, when we first saw this, I thought instantly, I was like, this is a pro kitchen gadget. Which actually, no, it's not. It is for people who are fortunate enough to live with a fruit tree. And it works fantastically. It's absolutely delicious. And there's something really nice and grounding about the manualness of extracting juice from things that have been grown and then just drinking them without having to treat or do anything else to them, and the result being delicious and really enjoyable.
In its purest form, and from there it can go to so many different places. We did the apple spread, like the apple butter, that if you reduce it down into molasses, you could ferment it and make an awesome cider. You could carbonate it. You could do so many different things with it. If you've got a few dozen apples, you need something like this if you want to juice them.
Well, how much do you think we paid for the press?
It's a quality bit of kit that you'll use one day a year for decades. It's not going anywhere.
No.
I reckon it's probably a couple £100.
Yeah, I was going to say 150.
£64.
Wow, bargain.
Oh, but that's not with the thing on top.
The thing on top is another £60.
Oh, okay. 120.
120 to make your own cider.
Yeah.
Off of free fruit.
That's
that
great.
Mother Nature provides every year.
Well, I feel like we've turned this video around. Thank goodness. One more question though. Has this gadget crushed it, or will you be tossing it as cider?
Very good, Barry.
It's crushed it. It's impressed me to my core. I love it.
Well done.
Very good. A triple whammy. I want to know what else we can press. I love it.
Well, let us know what you think of those gadgets. Also, we, of course, are always looking for more gadgets, so comment down below with some ideas. Otherwise, we'll see you in the next one.
Lovely stuff.